let's go with him. Those who would hear me speak, let him stay here, and public reason shall be rendered of our Caesar's death.
I will hear Brutus speak.
Go, hear Cassius speak, and we'll compare their reasons when suddenly we hear them rendered.
Come and learn
The noble Brutus is ascended! Silence!
Be patient until the last. Romans, countrymen, lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect to mine honor, that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and awake your senses, that you may the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, to him I say that Brutus's love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Would you rather that Caesar were living to die all slaves?
Nay.
Than that Caesar were dead to live all free men? That Caesar loved me, I weep for him. That he was fortunate, I rejoice in it. Oh, that he was valiant, I honor him. But that he is ambitious, I slew him. Tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any speak, for him I have offended.
Nay.
Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? If any speak, for him I have offended.
Nay.
Not here.
And who is here so vile that he would not love his country? Oh, if any speak, for him I have offended. I pause for reply.
None, Brutus, none.
None.
Well, then none have I offended. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol, his glory not extenuated, wherein he was worthy, nor his offenses enforced, for which he suffered death. Here lies his body, mourned by Antony, who, though she had no hand in his death, shall receive the benefit of his dying, a place in this commonwealth, as which of you shall not?
Aye.
And with this I depart, that I, that slew my best lover, for the good of Rome, so I had this same dagger for myself, when it should please my country to need my death.
Live, Brutus, live, live. We'll bring her with triumph unto her house.
Give her a statue with her answer.
Oh, let her be Caesar!
Caesar's Bonaparte shall be crowned in Brutus.
We'll bring her to her house with shouts and clamor.
Please silence. Brutus speaks.
Countrymen, let me depart, and for my sake stay here with Antony, do grace to Caesar's corpse, and grace to her speech tending to Caesar's glory. For my sake let no man depart, save I alone, till Antony has spoke by our permission. Thank you.
Brutus, 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 Brutus. Stay home. Let us hear Antony.
Yes, let her go up into the public chair. We will hear her. Noble Antony, go up.
For Brutus' sake, I am beholden to you.
What did she say of Brutus?
She says for Brutus' sake, she finds herself beholden to us all.
Where best she speak, no harm of Brutus here.
This Caesar was a tyrant.
Nay, it is certain we are blessed Rome is rid of him.
Let us hear what she can say. He's home! Let us hear what she has to
Silence!
Friends! Romans! Countrymen! Lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do live after them, the good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar.
Yeah.
Lupercal, I thrice presented him with a kingly crown, which he thrice refused. Was this ambition?
Nay.
Nay. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honorable woman. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke. But I am here to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, and not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him now? Oh, judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till I get it back.
Methinks there is much reason in her saying.
If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had great wrong.
Aye.
As he masters, I fear in his absence worse will come.
Oh, mark ye her words, he would not take the crown.
Aye.
Therefore, 'tis certain he was not ambitious.
And if it be found so, some will dare abide it.
Poor soul, her eyes are as red as fire with weeping.
There isn't a nobler woman in Rome than Antony.
Aye.
Marcus begins again to speak.
But yesterday, the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now, lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. Oh, masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I would do Brutus wrong. I would do Cassius wrong, who you all know are honorable men. I will not do them wrong. Rather, I choose to wrong the dead.
Nay.
Wrong myself.
Nay.
And you.
Nay.
And wrong such honorable men. But here is a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. 'Tis his will. Let but the commons hear this testament, which, pardon me, I do not intend to read. And they will go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds, dip their napkins in his sacred blood, yea, beg a hair of him from memory, and dying, bequeath it as rich legacy into their issue.
We'll hear the will.
Yeah.
Read the will, Antony.
Read us the will. We want to hear the will. Read us the will.
Patience, gentle friends, I must not read it. 'Tis not meet for you to know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stone, but men. And being men, bearing the will of Caesar, it would inflame you. It would make you mad. 'Tis good you know not that you were his heirs, for if you did, what would come of it?
Read the will. We'll hear it, Antony.
I have overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I do wrong the honorable men and women whose daggers have stabbed Caesar.
They were traitors, honorable men.
Villains and murderers!
Lad,
Read us
come
the
on.
will!
Read the will.
Compel me then to read the will.
Aye!
Then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar, and I will show you him that made the will. Shall I descend? Will you give me leave?
Come on, Antony. You shall have leave.
A ring. Come on, stand round.
Room
Stand
for Antony.
first. Stand in the body.
Room for Antony, most noble Antony.
Nay, press not so upon me, stand far off.
Back. Room, you're back.
You all do know this mantle? I remember the first time Caesar ever put it on. 'Twas in his tent, a summer's evening. That day, he overcame the nervi. But look, here ran Cassius's dagger through. See what a rent the envious Casca made? Through here, the well-beloved Brutus stabbed. And as she plucked her cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar did follow it, as rushing out of doors to be resolved. If Brutus so kindly knock, or no, or as you know, a statue of which all the while ran blood. Great Caesar fell! And oh, what a fall was here, my countrymen! Then you and I and all of us fell down, whilst bloody treason flourished over us. What? You weep? I'm so sad. These are gracious drops. But what? Weep you when you but behold our Caesar's vesture wounded. Look you here. Here is himself. Marred, as you see, a traitor. A piteous spectacle.
Most noble Caesar!
A woeful day.
Oh, villains! Traitors!
A most bloody sight.
We will be revenged!
Yes, it's not a traitor. Live. We're gonna kill him. Sweet friends, good friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that have done this are honorable. What private griefs they have, I know not that made them do it.
Oh!
That they are wise and honorable and will no doubt with reason answer you. I come not to steal your hearts away. I am no orator, as Brutus is. But you know me all. Plain, blunt woman that love my friend. That they know full well that gave me public leave to speak of him, for I have neither wit, words, worth, action, nor utterance, nor power of speech to stir men's hearts. I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourselves do know. I show you sweet Caesar's wounds. Poor dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus, and Brutus Antony, there were an Antony that would ruffle up your spirits, put a tongue in every wound of Caesar's that would stir the stones of Rome to rise in mutiny. Burn the house of Brutus!
Hey! Come seek the conspirators!
Hear me speak! Friends! You go to do you know not what? Wherein has Caesar thus deserved your love? Alas, you know not. I must tell you then. You have forgot the will I told you of.
It's true. The will! Let us hear the will!
Here is the will, and under Caesar's seal. To every Roman citizen, to every several men, he gives 75 drachmas.
Most noble Caesar!
Will revenge his death!
Caesar!
Moreover, he hath left you all his walks, his private arbors, his newly planted orchards this side of the Tiber. He hath left them to you and to your heirs forever. Uncommon pleasures to walk abroad and recreate yourselves. Here was a Caesar. When comes such another?
Away will burn the body, the holy place, and with the brands will fire the traitor's house!
Oh, fetch fire!
Knock down benches!
Knock down boards, windows, anything!
We're burned! Mutiny! Mutiny!
Now let it work. Mischief thou art afoot. Take what course thou wilt. How now, fellow?
Lady, Octavius has returned to Rome.
Where is he?
He and Lepidus are at Caesar's house.
Thither will I straight to visit him. He comes upon a wish. Fortune is merry, and in this mood will give us anything.
I did hear him say that Cassius and Brutus are rid like madmen through the gates of Rome.
Belike they took some notice of the people, how I moved them. Come, take me to Octavius.
I'm gonna sing a little song. Go not one to go forth of doors, yet something leaves me forth.
More ale.
What is your name, sir?
Where are you going?
Where do you dwell?
Are you a married man or a bachelor?
Answer everyone directly.
I and wife.
I am truly you were best.
What is my name? Whither am I going? Where do I dwell? And am I a married man or a bachelor? Need to tell you all directly, briefly, wisely, and truly. I say wisely, I am a bachelor!
That's as much to say they that are married are fools. You'll bear me a bank for that, I fear. Proceed
Directly, I am going to Caesar's funeral.
As a friend or an enemy?
As a friend.
That matter is answered directly.
For your dwelling, briefly.
Briefly, I dwell at the capital.
Your name, sir, truly.
Truly, my name is Sinner.
He's a cabal!
I'm Sinner the poet. I'm Sinner the poet.
Hear him! Come, brands, help! Firebrands, Brutus, to Cassius's, burn all, some to Decius's house, some to Ligarius's, some to Casca's. Away, go!
These many then shall die. Their names are pricked.
Your brother too must die. Consent you, Lepidus.
I do consent.
Write him down, Antony.
Upon condition that Publius shall not live. Speak. Who is your sister's son, Antony?
He shall not live. Look, the spot. I damn him. Now, Lepidus, get you to Caesar's house and fetch the true will hither. We shall determine how to cut off some charge in legacies.
What, shall I find you here?
Here, or at the capital.
This is a slight, unmeritable woman, meet to be sent on errands. Is it fit the threefold world divided she should stand one of the three to share it?
So you thought her, and took her voice in who should die in our black sentence and proscription.
Octavius, I have seen more battles than you. And though we lay these honors on this woman to ease ourselves of divers slanderous loads, she shall but bear them as the ass bears gold, to grunt and sweat under the labor of it, either led or driven by us. And when she has brought our treasure where we will, take we down her load and turn her off. As to the empty ass, to shake her ears and graze in the commons.
You may do your will. But she is a tried and valiant soldier.
So is my horse, Octavius. And for that, I do appoint him store of provender.
Huh.
'Tis a creature I teach to fight, to whine, to stop, to go, to run directly on. His corporal motions governed by my spirit. And in some taste is Lepidus but so. She must be taught, bid, trained to go forth. A barren-spirited woman, one that feeds on abjects, orts, and imitations, which out of use and stales by other men begin her fashion. Speak not of her, but as a property. Octavius, listen. Important things. Brutus and Cassius are levying forces. We must straight make head. Let our alliance be combined. Our best friends made, our means stretched. And let us presently go sit in council how covert matters may be best disclosed, and open peril surest answer it.
Let us do so. For we are at the stake, and bayed about with many enemies. Some who smile in their hearts, I fear millions of mischiefs.